Hello and welcome back aboard the Good Airship Hopium. I am your host, Snappydude, and like always, we're gonna watch me do terrible at Gigantic. So today I decided to steal a note from Philco's channel. She did a gameplay commentary video that seemed to get some pretty good reactions. There seemed to be a lot of people asking for more commentary from old players, and I have learned a lot about Gigantic while it has not been playable. My knowledge of game mechanics and game systems and the game type in general of Clash were not nearly as deep during this gameplay as they are now. I've learned a lot. Surprisingly, when you're not working 80 hours a week, then coming home and streaming for 4 hours a day, you have time to learn things. Also, I just missed the game a lot, so I spent a lot of time digging through wikis and talking to people and watching old videos. So I'm definitely have a better understanding now than I did back then. So I thought it'd be fun to go back through, rewatch this match. I picked a match at random. Basically, my only criteria was I wanted a match where we won, so it wasn't completely terrible. If you guys want, leave a comment below. Maybe I'll do a match that I lost. So my gameplay in here is definitely not the best. My aim's not the best. I whiff some grenades that are just going to be fucking awful for me to watch. Our team composition here, just starting off, is probably not what I would have preferred. We have a lot of ranged characters, and our only melee character is Trip. And the Trip is, she's around. She kind of shows up sometimes, then she kind of disappears and runs off on her own. But they're very melee heavy, so they're kind of the opposite end of the spectrum. We got ranged, and they've got pretty much all melee. Which, I mean, to be fair, they have worse composition than us, because at least we have one melee character. They have no ranged characters. So here we go. So hopefully, you know, I understand. I'm not a pro player. I'm definitely not good compared to a lot of people. But I do like critiquing myself and kind of seeing this game. I've watched this game one time all the way through, and I do think this is a pretty fun game, because there's a lot of mistakes I make, but there's a lot of mistakes that I notice the enemy team making and stuff. And you're gonna kind of see a swing and how the enemy team handles us throughout the match. So Zandora is not paying attention. Then she realizes we're here, and then she runs over here. So my positioning here isn't too bad. I'm staying where I can kind of hide behind this stuff. And Trip sneaks up on me from behind that staircase, which was kind of my bad for not paying attention. I fall back. I'm going to pick the armor penetration because they have a bunch of tanky characters with Zandora and Margrave that I'm pretty worried about, because, again, we're all ranged characters. We're all pretty squishy. And I know they got these tanky characters, and I think those are probably going to be our biggest problems in this fight. Their Gnosis actually does really well through this fight. So Gnosis jumps in alone. Margrave jumped in alone, and then Gnosis jumps in alone. And then Zandora jumps in alone. And this is kind of how the enemy team plays for the first half of the match. For the first half of the match, they are very bad about splitting up and just kind of jumping in one at a time to take us. And it really hurts them for this first half of the match. But you'll see, this match is kind of wild, because it kind of swings pretty freaking crazy. It's a fun match to watch, just regardless of whether or not I know we win or not. Because I'll tell you, when I watched through it, there's a point towards the end where I definitely, even though I knew we were going to win because I looked at the end screen, I'm like watching it and I'm like, there's no way we're going to win. We can't win. But I'm like, I know we win. I've seen the end screen. I know what my kills were, and I know we got a victory, but how are we going to win this? It's pretty great. The comeback we make at the end of this match is just fantastic. So here I go. I fell back behind that Cyclops point. I just love that Cyclops point on this map. It's so useful, and it's so close to D. We really should just be, as long as they're not rotating to A, B, or C, we really should just be here floating around D, keeping it safe. I charge in here. There's no reason for me to do this. Here's my biggest critique of me right now, is the fact that I should not have charged over there without my team. I think I was kind of hoping they would follow me, and they didn't. And then the fact that even when I fell back, I was kind of like, oh, maybe I could go down there and take F. No, I shouldn't have. I catch them running up this way, and I'm going to whiff this grenade. This grenade just hurts my soul. I should have thrown it back behind that pillar, and I probably would have gotten all of them. So jumping up here probably isn't bad, but I'm definitely not paying attention to the fact that Amani's getting attacked at first. And then everybody's fallen back, and I haven't fallen back yet. Well, we get that kill, so that's not bad. And the enemy team just kind of falls off. And they're back here, and we're going to come back here and do some work. One of them jumps out the window, and then the other two just get cleaned up. Margrave plays probably way too defensively there. The fact that he wasn't even in the front, and he was playing defensively. If he had been standing up front more and trying to tank some more of that damage from us and letting... who was up there with him? Ramsey deal some damage to anybody that slipped past him. I think they probably might have been able to maybe do something. I shouldn't have chased Ramsey over here. This was dumb. This is another mistake that just drives me nuts when I'm rewatching this matches. I really shouldn't have chased Ramsey. I have a lot of tunnel vision in a lot of these older matches, and I don't play them very smart. I don't think a lot about like kill trading and like our power meters. Power meters and like Guardian Health are something that I just didn't pay attention to when I was playing Gigantic Prime. Hardly ever. It's something I really didn't invest a lot of my game knowledge in until much later in the game's life cycle when the game was being shut down. And so I wouldn't pay attention to those things. So the idea of, yeah, I kill that guy, but then he kills me, and then we both just basically have an even trade of energy. Equivalent exchange is not something you want in Gigantic. Great for alchemy, bad for Gigantic. So here I am in my squeaky chair. And I'm going to go back here and defend. I'm going to do a shit ton of damage here. I am going to get a double kill here, which I'm okay with. I mean, it's not that impressive. It's during the rampage. Nobody's paying attention to me anyway. They're just trying to do damage. But hey, a double kill's a double kill, and I will fucking take it. Deal 100 damage. Not some bad upgrades. So here I go, and I don't know why. I think it's just because, I ran forward, so then I decide going forward is great. And I think I'm following this guy over here, and he went over this thing, so I'm just going to follow him over. And then he kind of just ditches me. And I realized that after a couple seconds of shooting this thing, I'm like, wait a minute, he's running away. So I don't know why he ran over there when he was going to ditch me so fast. There wasn't anybody over. I would have got it if he saw somebody run in here, but there wasn't anybody in here. I don't think there was. So then we're going to get this little team fight. Zandora's going to jump out the window. Man, if I hadn't been reloading, Zandora would have been dead. So I get Margrave. I pick up Margrave. That's not bad. He's pretty distracted, though. He's pretty focused with the Cyclops and not paying attention to me. That's on him. I'm critiquing that Margrave. I know who that player is. Somebody should find him and tell him that I told him that he should have been focusing on me. Or at least running away. Like when his whole team was dead, he should have just ran away. And then I get him with that grenade. I'm okay with that. That was a good kill. I don't know why that Ramsey just ran in here, and then he's like, it's like 4-on-1, and he's like, I'll just stay in here. I'll just, maybe I can do it. I'm not going to focus on any of the actual players, but maybe I can do it. So we're going to go down here. We're going to work on the Cyclops. Why are we killing the Cyclops when it's the middle of a rampage? Also, this is an auto wound. This is something I do several times in this match, and it drives me nuts. And I know I used to do it all the time because it was something I used to comment on all the time. I am just so bad at looking at Guardian health bars. I'm better at it now than I was then, but man, if you're going to get the auto wound, do not run over there. There's no reason to. You're just putting yourself at risk. You're gonna take damage and get killed, and there's no reason to. There's literally no reason to be over there. There was also no reason for us to kill that Cyclops. We killed it and we didn't get anything out of it because it was in the middle of a rampage, so we didn't even get the energy for it. There was just no reason to take it. That's something I wouldn't do looking back. So again, they just kind of, one of them will charge in, then kind of gets hurt and backs up, and then another one kind of comes in. So I drop my focus here. Those guys in the back take a lot of damage from it, but Nasus up here in the front just does not. I wouldn't have been in this deep, and I die here. But what happened there was I 100% know, even without the sound on, I can tell you what my thought process was. I was backing up in that clip, and you can see it. But Mozu charges in. And what happens is, I guarantee what happened was my thought was, oh shit, I don't want to leave Mozu alone. And so I kind of pushed back forward to try to help Mozu, because Mozu is in way too deep there. And Mozu dies. And then when Mozu dies, I kind of get screwed in the process, because then I'm in too deep. So really, it's probably Mozu's fault, but it was also my fault for just being dumb and trying to be too much of a team player. So Trip's going to sneak up on me here, and I'm going to be smart. I'm going to slowly run away. Trying to figure out where Trip went. Oh, there she is. So then I'm going to take this little detour up through here, because I'm pretty sure Trip was over there somewhere by the Cyclops, and I'm like, if I go down there, she's gonna finish me off. So we're going to kind of juke and jive and come over here and hang out with the Fire Drake. Healing's not quite as fast, but, you know, we'll take what we can get. And then I'm talking in chat, and I'm definitely not paying attention to the fact that they are rampaging. The rest of my team's over there, so I'm going to kind of move up this direction. Here we go. So here's Andorra, and they get the auto. I think they got the auto wound there, didn't they? So they shouldn't have just been over here if they were going to get the auto wound. I'm going to chase this Ramsey like a crackhead here. This is definitely, like, I waste my focus trying to kill him. Like, this was just dumb. I was way too tunnel visioned, and I think the rest of my team just took their cues from me, because they all end up here, and we end up in a team fight. And I just should not have been up here, but I was obsessed with it. I get the kill. But again, when we're talking about kill trading, and, like, it's pointless for me to get that kill when then they're just going to get a kill. So I get over here too close to the water, and I realize this is a dead end, and I shouldn't have been over here, and Nasus just blocks me when I go to run away. And the positioning there was just terrible. Bad on me, shame on me. I should have positioned, where Nasus landed is where I should have been the whole fucking time. Then I could have fallen back into that hallway and escaped. So that was just dumb on me. That was a death that didn't need to happen. And again, what's the point of killing Ramsey if I'm going to die anyway? That's a kill for a kill. We both, you know, neither team is ahead in that situation. It was just a dumb play. So here we go. We're going back to D, which is where I should have been, and not chasing Ramsey. And again, look, it's really weird. They're just, like, kind of scattering all about. It's like none of them can really decide whether they want to charge in or not. Margrave, like, overcommits and gets, like, overly aggressive here, and his team has just abandoned him. They were back here at D, and they're just kind of gone, and then they kind of show back up. So I dropped my focus again, mainly to push Ramsey back. And again, that was probably a waste of a focus. I don't think I needed that to push him back. I already escaped with the jetpack. My teammates were there, so he was already kind of getting scared and falling back. It was just a waste of my focus skill. But I think it was more reflexive than anything of, hey, you know, you can't always depend on your teammates. And I think that's where it came from. I think it was very reflexive of me wanting to make sure that I stayed alive, and I was hoping the extra damage would kind of get Ramsey to back off. So here we go. We've kind of re-secured D. We've kind of won this team fight. It was kind of a drawn-out team fight. And now we're gonna go across and rampage. And I got over here way, way too late. This was one of those times, again, where if I had been paying attention to the UI and seen how late it was, I probably shouldn't have come over here at all. And then I jump into this wall, and again, if they had kept chasing me right there, I probably would have died with how low my health is, but they didn't, thank God, so I don't die. But I shouldn't have been over there at all. I shouldn't have been over there in the first place. If I had seen how little time I had left in that rampage, I probably would have made the decision that I'm not going to get over there in time, and I probably would have just hung back. And that would have been smarter, and I wouldn't have almost died, because I definitely would have had they kept pursuing me. So now we're in Clash, and What is going to happen now? I'm trying to remember. It's really interesting watching this. So we need to be working our way up here to D and taking D. And right now Squash is the only one in there, and he is getting hammered, which is our fault. We're not in there supporting him. And they're still in there fighting our Mountain Cyclops. And I think I tried to use my jetpack to get up there, and I whiff it. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. So I probably could have, if I had originally gone for that pillar, I would have made it up on that pillar. But I jumped backwards first before I went forwards, and I was just too low. So we chased them out of here. Squash is up here leading the charge like a boss. Shout out to Squash. Hopefully you come play with me again, Squash. It was always fun. So Mozu's going to throw up a barrier there in front of Imani. That's a great little teamwork effort there. I very much support that. That was a good play by Mozu, even though I think he just dropped that that shield and then he ran. Vortex. I think it's Vortex. Isn't it Arcane Vortex or something like that is the name of the move? Terrible remembering move name. So I'm going to come over here. There's two of them trying to take down our Cyclops over here. And then they start moving around because of the rampage that's coming. And they're getting in here pretty deep, pretty early. Like, they're really positioning, like, super early. And I drop... I think that was that a double focus on them? I do a bunch of damage. I get one kill out of it. I probably got a bunch of assists. I got a sidekick. So that is probably my favorite use, though, of Beckett's focus is during rampages. It's really great at just AoE damage, especially when you get it to tier 2 or tier 3. It's really just great at clearing out those crowds around the Guardian. So my team is running over to E here, and I'm too busy talking in chat, which is a mistake. Don't talk in your stream chat. And maybe my team could have won this fight had I been over here sooner. But anyway, I get over here late, and we're still fighting. And I think we kill Margrave here. Or does Margrave get away? No, we kill Margrave. And then Zandora's here, and she's going to Ghostbuster me with her Ghostbuster gun. And again, I get really obsessed. Like, I don't realize that a lot of my team has kind of fallen off. And I'm just like, man, I need this kill. She's so close to being dead. And it almost kills me. I chase her across enemy lines, and I get attacked from the side because of it. But luckily, I get back up here to D. So it's not too terrible. I didn't die or anything. But it was still dumb. It was a dumb mistake. I shouldn't have been that deep behind enemy lines. I shouldn't have been being that aggressive and that tunnel visioned on the kill. So I'm going to pick up a bunch of damage here as they're coming through this hole. But my health is so low. I'm going to put the Cyclops back just because it shuts off one more point of access into this room. And I'm talking on chat, so I'm not doing anything. Squash is probably over here killing some people. So we're getting the clash. This is a time where I need to move across. This is, I think, the only time in this whole match where I use my rocket rifle. Which is, you know, I'm sure a better Beckett player would probably tell me that I don't use my rifle enough. I do use it way more now than I did back then. But I do use it a lot in clashes, even back then and now. You pick up the upgrade that gives you the increased damage at range with it, and it's really useful for during clashes because you can kind of sit back and deal damage to the Guardian without having to be up in that clusterfuck around the weak point, which I still think is a valid strategy for damaging the Guardian. So we were all dead, and me and Squash are just kind of chilling up here. Go me and Squash. I wasn't the last one off the airship, though you were, Squash, so it's really... So I win. You lose. There was apparently some lag. Oh, there's some lag, too. Ooh. Gosh, my internet sucks sometimes. Here I am, using my jetpack to float around. So we're going to go over here. We're going to try to push in on this side. Sometimes I was so tunnel vision with getting that kill. And again, I'm not paying attention. Margrave jumps out. Ramsey's behind me. I shouldn't have been pushing in that deep. I was so obsessed with that kill, and that happened so many times in this game. It's something that I think I've gotten a little bit better at. I'm not quite as tunnel vision. I'm much more aware that, me getting that one kill, if I die, it just kind of cancels it out anyway, so it's kind of pointless. But man, it happens a lot in this game where this match is I'm just chasing people, trying to get these kills that I should not have been chasing on. And it's dumb because I push forward, then other people push forward, and then there's 2 of us dead or 3 of us dead, and it's just stupid. So they get a wound here, and I am just not paying attention. There's so many people around me, and I'm trying to stay over here by Devedra because I'm like, I know my health is like stupid low. And I know Devedra is getting back up, and I'm just like, or not Devedra, fucking Gren. I know Gren's getting back up, and I'm like, if I just stay around Gren, in a second, he's going to start attacking this guy, and this Trip will hopefully die. Because I know, like, if I'm dodging on my jetpack, the chances of me actually landing enough shots to kill Trip, probably pretty slim. 8 kills, 3 deaths, not fucking bad. I'll take it. But I know I'm probably not going to kill Trip. So I was like, if I stay around, but if I stop dodging to shoot Trip enough, I'm probably going to die. So I'm like, okay, I get the creature kill here. Good on me. This is a good use of my focus. I'm okay with this use of my focus right here. I drop a couple of these guys pretty fucking low. Ramsey's going to die because of it. I'm going to die because of it, though. So I probably should have fallen back a little bit more, and I probably still could have gotten Ramsey. But yeah, the thing with Trip, I was like, let's play it smart. Let's stay near Gren. She's probably not thinking. She's clearly got tunnel vision. Her whole team's gone, and she's just obsessed with killing poor old Snappydude. So, let's let Gren get back up and shoot her in the face. And then Gren can finish her off. I won't get the kill, but, it's what it is. So here they are. They're pushing out together as a team. And again, I'm surprised I'm not charging in harder when I see his health that low. But good for me. Good for me. I think maybe I'm learning my lesson by the end of this match that I'm like, I shouldn't be charging in so deep. I dropped my focus there and don't hit anybody. It was way too far back. It should have been more centered in the room. I pick up Margrave though, so that's not bad. Ramsey is definitely running around over here and he sees me. Thing is, with that Margrave was low, and it's cool that I picked up that kill, but had I not been up in there fighting that Margrave, I probably would have had more health, and I probably wouldn't have gotten killed by Ramsey. So that was probably a bad choice by me to be up in there. And after we killed Margrave, I probably should have just stayed up there with my team. But, I thought I'd fall back and try to recover some health. And it screwed me because I didn't expect Ramsey to be back there. So, unforeseen consequences. I chase Trip here. Again, I'm so tunnel visioned. She gets too far ahead, and luckily I turned back. But I shouldn't have chased her as far as I did. As soon as she started running away, I should just let her go. So we're down to 1 heart, and they have 2 hearts here. This is where the game is kind of like, we're kind of getting screwed, because they take D. You're going to see this. I'm pretty sure this is what happens. They take D. So we already have a little bit of damage off that last heart, and they have 2 hearts left. But they're going to come up here, and they're going to take a D. And it's because they're going to come in here and start working as a team. So I come in here, and I get Zandora, and then I back up. Because I've taken some damage, and I know I'm squishy. I ain't going to be able to take these melee guys. So I'll fall back, and there's enemies on both sides of me now, so I'm going to try to bounce back and forth and focus on both sides. And I don't do too bad of a job. I survive. Trip and Mozu are dead, but I live, the enemies run away. That's the important part. Squash just jumped way in the air. That was cool. There's Ramsey. Again, I waste my focus on him again. I shouldn't have done that. That was dumb of me. So Gnosis, I think this is where not. So they're gonna get the rampage. They get the rampage here, and we're gonna have like no health left after the damage, the automatic damage, and they could have won the game right here. But as you're gonna see, Gnosis is gonna get obsessed with killing me. He cares way more about killing me than winning the game. He's just hiding out behind this pillar. He gets the kill with his spear. That was my fault. I should have sat back there. But I was trying to get back to the Guardians because I wanted to help defend them. And so I didn't want to heal up. And I don't know if I was 100% sure where Gnosis was. Watching it back, it's very obvious he just stayed behind that pillar. But in the heat of the moment, I might have not realized that. But I wanted to get back. And so I was like, you know what? Even though I have a little bit of health, we're going to charge back in. And it cost me. I should have been more aware of where Gnosis was. So, here they're going to charge in. I don't chase Sandora, which is good for me. I'm very conscious that there's a guy behind me, and I decide to switch off and attack them. Gnosis just kind of runs through and doesn't do anything. I think he kind of came over here to help with the team fight, and then he realized that everybody else was ditching him, and he was just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm out. Screw you guys. So they take D. So they've attacked us once, and they should have won during that last rampage. Like, they 100% should have been able to win the game right there. But through a variety of factors, they just did not. So right now, I'm on the edge of my seat. Like, the first time I rewatched this match, I knew we won. Like I said, I looked at the end screen, so that's why I chose it. But I didn't realize how close this game was. So they've already attacked us once, and they should have won. And now they still got D. They're still winning some of these team fights. I am almost screwed here because I am pushing in way too deep. And I'm taking a shit ton of damage for it. They keep pushing in on that C point, too. So here I am. I'm going to go up here and try to scope out D and see what's going on. And then I realize this fight's going on down here, so I decide to help out with that. And I help Trip pick up that kill. Oh, and they got a rampage again. Oh, man. That sucks. We were at 90. We had gotten one more kill. Oh, man. So rampage again. Now the damage that's going to be done, there's no reason that if our Guardian's health is so fucking low. So I'm going to drop my airstrike, and I'm going to throw my grenade, and I'm going to pick up a couple kills, or one kill, and probably a bunch of assists. Man, they could have like sneezed on the Guardian and killed him at that point. So again, they've had 2 rampages with our health as low as it is. 2 rampages where they could have literally done just almost nothing and won the game. And they have 2 hearts left. So we have to take down 2 hearts just to win the game at this point. Oh my gosh. I was biting my nails the first time I rewatched this. I'm like, how do we win? I'm like, did I look at the end screen? Was I looking at the wrong game end screen when I picked this game to like do the commentary on? Was I wrong? And I'm like, no, I can't be wrong. But there's no way we're going to win. They have 2 hearts and we are so low. Even the simplest rampage where they do like hardly anything, they could win. Oh man, edge of my seat. So we come back up here. We're taking D back. And this is really, I think, where the game starts to shift back in our favor. So we have 50 energy right now. They have 30. We've retaken D. There's a lot going in our favor right now. We came up here. We won this team fight. We retook this point. And we did that right after Clash when they were probably still dead and sort of regrouping. Which was smart of us. I don't think it was intentionally smart. We just did it. I'm going to drop my focus here. Which, not the worst use of I definitely waste a lot of focuses in this game. And I don't think that one was wasted. It did the extra damage that probably got us couple of those kills. So, and even the enemies that ran away, they were probably that it might have pushed them over the edge and made them make the decision to run away. So we get to the clash here, and we're gonna get the auto wound. And I don't remember if I run it on this time or not. I think I do. But I'm talking to my chat, and I'm definitely trying to, like, wait until Gren runs across the map. And I'm just like, okay, we're going to sit in here and talk to chat until, like, there's, like, 3 seconds left, and then I'm going to run in. Again, not paying attention. I have no reason to be on the side of the map, because we're going to get the auto wound. And then I realize, oh, shit, we got the auto wound. I need to go back. Just dumb. And we were all over there. I think Squash might have not been over there. But, like, we all were. It was just dumb. We shouldn't have been over there. If I had been paying attention to Guardian Health, I would have known that. It was just a stupid play. So Margrave's in here alone. Again, like, when when they start making that comeback in the middle of the match, it's because they're very much playing together, and they're just kind of camping up in this room. And even when they come out of the room, they're kind of together. They're rolling in squads of, like, 2 or 3 people. And you kind of see it kind of fall apart here at the end of the match, where they start going back to the stuff they were doing at the beginning of the match. It was just poor practice. Like, they just start coming in again a lot, like, one at a time. And we just chip them away. And then by the time the next person rolls in, and it is two of them, they're normally low in health. So here they roll in 2 at a time. And I think all 5 of us are in here. And we're just so spread out that we just chip them away. The numbers are just in our favor. Squash picks up a kill there. Good for Squash. Kicking ass. Squash is in there pretty deep. These guys are over here on this side kind of deep. And I'm going to go over here and try to help them kill this tree real quick. Because I'm like, well, the tree, it's pretty low in health. We got it like half. Maybe I can help. Okay. So we're going to pick up the tree. And then we're going to keep fighting. And this is going to be kind of a team fight. So D's kind of undefended, but they're so distracted down here at this team fight that they don't even realize that they could probably go up there and pick up D. And I drop my focus. And Zandora kind of sneaks in here. And she is just obsessed with me. And she doesn't realize she's getting shot from 3 people right now. Me and Imani and Mozu. And she ends up dead because of it. Oh, a couple of their teammates dropped out. I didn't even realize that. When did that happen? So that's probably why we won this match, actually. But I'm not sure when their other teammates left. I'm not sure when that Ramsey left. I didn't notice that the first time. So anyway, it flips and we win. But it's very interesting that Ramsey left. Now I'm curious. When did that Ramsey leave? Now I need to go back. So anyway, I ended up with 14 kills, 36 fucking assists. Jesus Christ. 1k Guardian damage. I only summoned 1 creature, but hey, it's what it is. But I only died 6 times. 14 kills, 6 deaths. That's a 2-to-1 ratio. That's not too bad. Mr. Squash got 10 and 8. That's not too bad. He got 36 assists, so he was doing some work too. Our Trip got 26 kills, and our Amani got 20 kills. So we were all double digits, all of us, all the way through. Just fucking brilliant. So much goodness there. Now I'm curious when that guy left. When did their guy leave? I'm so curious about this now. When did their team start, like, dipping? Okay, so was it after that last? Because they're gone there. Is it after we get that auto wound? Yeah, it's after we get that auto wound. That last auto wound. Their whole team, like half their team just dips out. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. I wonder if they must have been, like... The thing is, the game's still not in the bag at that point. Like, I don't know if I would have left. Like, I would have been frustrated. Like, they had 2 clashes to finish the game and win the game, and they didn't. Or they had 2 rampages to finish the game and win the game, and they didn't. And then we turn it around and we got one auto wound, but they still have a whole health bar. Like, they were still in a pretty good spot. Like, as long as they were staying together and stuff, they probably could have won. Like, they only had to get one rampage and, like, do, like, a stone's throw of damage to fucking, like, win the game. And it looks like maybe they got frustrated because of that auto wound and just decided to, like, jump out of the match. Which is just kind of amusing because it just shows that mentality that, like, the end of this game is great. I love the fact that we make a comeback and we really shouldn't. Like, there's no reason we should have won this game. Um, but I'm not even sure if they had stayed in the game that they would have won, because their gameplay really does fall apart once they lose D that last time. I think their gameplay is like their teamwork really falls apart again, and it kind of gets like the beginning of the match where they're just getting slaughtered left and right. But it's fun. I did not realize that they jumped out. I still think we would have won because as long as we were in D, we were holding it down. But man, that's funny. That amuses me. The fact that we made the comeback though is amazing because there's no reason, like, when they had those two rampages, they should have won. Anyway, thank you for watching this. Hopefully somebody learned something or got some amusement out of some of the dumb shit I did. I definitely chased way too much. I gotta get those kills, man. I gotta get those kills. Thank you for watching, though. Have a good day. See you next time aboard the airship Hopium. Snappydude out, y'all. Bye. Dun-dun.